why this is important. And Pete, you've been giving us so much great advice, on business and marketing and valuing your customers yourself. Let me sort of return the favor because, again, as I tell you, with all the people that I talk to, the average age of the U.S. small and mid-sized business owner is 55 years old. It's an aging population, like more than half are over the age of 50. There is a continuing trend and a recent explosion of companies selling themselves.
That's
People wanting
right.
to
Sure.
retire, and succession planning has become a super hot topic. And every client that I talk to as a CPA, they address their valuation in the ways that you just described. It's EBITDA. It's an asset based approach. It's with maybe a little bit of goodwill sprinkled on top, with some
Mhm.
intangible estimates of what our business value might be worth based on our location or our customers. What Theta is doing, if it was ever able to be more commoditized and scaled, is would be such a huge benefit to so many business owners to say, hey, listen, if you're going to buy my company, I realize my balance sheet might say this, or my EBITDA may say that, which is all based on the past, and we know the past does not equal the future. If you were to look at the value of our customers, that is the true valuation of our business. And if people had a way of figuring that out by auditing their customer base just that much better, it might have a significant impact on not only the valuation of their business, but what they can sell their business for
And just
retiring.
overall business practice. No, that's exactly right. And I could tell story after story. Company that we worked with just a few months ago, a specialized bookseller that is exactly the story you told. Family held. They wanted to put themselves up for sale.
Yep.
We came in and basically showed that there's all this juicy, delicious,
Customer
locked
data.
in customer value that's
Yeah.
not just directly showing up on the balance sheet, but there's a degree of stickiness there that's going to persist for a long time.
Yeah.
And the new cohorts of customers they're bringing in are just as good as the ones they brought in 10 years ago. And they had a particular price in mind in the usual top-down way. And we said that they were actually worth tens of millions of dollars more than they thought.
Mm.
And then when we did the whole, I forget what you call when you have the kind of auction thing with all the investment banks, they
Mm.
brought us in there to basically demonstrate that this is the case, and ended up selling for, again, tens of millions more than they thought. And I realized that on that one project alone, that one project had more financial impact than all of the other work that I had done for the previous 30 years of my career
I believe
combined.
it.
And that's why I'm really motivated by the scenario that you painted. And it really is a win-win that if we can make these kinds of methods more, rule than exception, and get people to really understand those customer assets, not only when it's exit time, but even on, day-to-day, quarter-to-quarter planning, so that you're setting yourselves up to be in the right position for
Right.
that exit whenever it's going to come around. So that's one part of it. And then, of course, the flip side of it is the investment banks, all the search funds out there who are looking for the businesses that are watching this right now
Yeah.
are starting to bring in these kinds of analyses to understand, well, what is that business really worth? So buy side, sell side, it makes sense both ways. And it really should, the conversation should be, which kind of data are we using? What kinds of inferences can we make? How well are the models working? As opposed to, should we do this kind of analysis at all?